had this Wilson mitt dropped off for a break-in. Now let's get this mitt close to game-ready playability for a 10-year-old kid. Before I start doing any work to the glove, I like undoing all the knots around the glove. You don't have to do this, but I like doing it. Once finished, I then begin to run some warm water over the glove. Doing this helps me shape the glove a lot easier, but you do have to make sure the laces on the glove won't bleed during the process. I also make sure not to get any water in the handsaw area of the glove, especially with this Wilson, only because there's some comfort material added in the glove. After running the glove under some water for a minute, I then wipe off any excess water and begin to hand press the areas that I'd like to have as the hinge points. This is a first base glove, so I do want to make this glove as wide as possible. The heel pad in most gloves is always stiff, so I always make sure to roll that out and try to make that as loose as possible. After a few minutes of just massaging the glove, I then begin the mallet work. All I'm doing with the mallets is just going over the same areas I was hand pressing before. I do this first step of the process for about 15 to 20 minutes. I do like using a 10-pound weight just because it adds a lot more pressure with a lot less effort. From here on out, I just keep on going back and forth on the same two hinges, as well as trying to deepen the pocket as much as I can. Creases do begin to form in the process, so I just make sure to beat those out as well. I do bend the outside flap inwards just because it creates a better funnel towards the pocket. Since this is a first base mat, I do want to pull it apart just to make it a little bit wider when it opens. This is the last thing I do before I let it rest and dry for about 24 hours. There might be a few water stains here and there after the glove dries, so I just make sure to spray over the areas that do have those stains. Since the glove did sit for a little while, the glove does stiffen up a little bit, so I'm just going over the same areas that I did before. I continue to do this for about 15 to 20 minutes once again. Once I'm finished with all of this, I do make sure to go over the glove with some conditioner. You don't want to go too heavy with the conditioner, just one light layer of conditioner is just fine. Here's the before, nice and stiff, doesn't really have too much shape to it. And here's the after. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.